The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Preclinical trial activities for ivermectin as a possible treatment for COVID-19 are now underway. Let's talk about how that's going with DOST Undersecretary Rowena Guevara, who joins us live now via Zoom. Good afternoon, Yusek Guevara. Thank you so much for joining us. First off, what pushed the DOST to conduct clinical trials on ivermectin given the mixed reactions on its use?
The reason is that there is really no single known answer to the question, is ivermectin safe, efficacious, and effective on viral clearance of COVID-19? So the Department of Health and the Department of Science and Technology agreed to conduct this clinical trial.
All right, and Yusek, how is the preparations going for the clinical trials of ivermectin? Can you talk us through how that's going?
Sure. Currently, the ivermectin study group is waiting for the final approval of the protocol that they submitted. They had to change it because we are participating in an international ivermectin study, and there was a change in the protocol. So this is 75 countries joining the same study and doing the same protocol. So we're waiting for the FDA clearance of that protocol. And once it is cleared, they will start the recruitment of participants. We will involve 1,464 participants. And in the meantime, part of the project team, the one at the UP College of Pharmacy, is preparing the ivermectin study drugs as well as the placebo. They have to make sure to standardize the study drugs and make sure that the placebo and the active drug look the same so that the patients or the participants will not know which one they got.
All right, so you mentioned the number of participants, Yusek, but have they already been picked, or are people still volunteering at this point in time, or kasado na lahat?
What's going on is that when they do the recruitment, they have to recruit more than the number that I mentioned because some of those might not pass the qualification. So we have identified the study sites for NCR. These are quarantine facilities in Ateneo, LaSalle, UP Diliman, and Makati Science High School. And they have started recruiting in those areas.
All right, having said all of that, Yusek, what is the timetable like for this study on ivermectin? I'm sure everyone is excited how long there is or how long they have to wait before the results come out?
The final patient recruitment will be finished in November, and then the release of the preliminary results will be at the end of December of this year.
All right, and then what's the next step after that, Yusek? After the clinical trials, assuming the results of the study are positive to ivermectin as a treatment for COVID-19, can that just be rolled out after, the study says that there are positive results, for example?
If the results are good, drug developers and the public will benefit from the local ivermectin clinical trials because then the information on the dosage, the safety, the efficacy, and effectiveness will be made available to the pharmaceutical companies. And they can then start manufacturing this if they wish to do that.
All right. What about other possible, COVID-19 treatments? Are you guys conducting any such clinical trials for other drugs that are perhaps less, less popular or less known?
We have many things going on. Like we have one for melatonin. We have one working on tocilizumab. We also have herbals like tawa-tawa, lagundi, and of course the virgin coconut oil. And there are some people also working on plasma therapy. All of this funded by the Department of Science and Technology.
All right, looking forward to the results of all your studies. Yusek Guevara, thank you so much for your updates and for sharing your time with us. Yusek Rowena Guevara of the Department of Science and Technology. Thank you and good afternoon, ma'am. Presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos has yet to pick his running mate for the 2022 elections, according to his party, the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. PFP Secretary General Thomson Lantion said the party will accept whoever Marcos picks as vice president for the upcoming elections. Lantion said Marcos will wait until the end of the substitution period on November 15 to find out which candidates will really be running for higher office. He also added that Marcos will likely carry 4 to 6 candidates for his senatorial slate.
Kami nakatuon at nakadiin po sa kanya bilang Pangulo at kung ano muna magiging desisyon niya ay mulugod namin tatanggapin at respetuhin.
And the Manila Police District has appealed to the public to not overcrowd certain areas in the city as much as possible. In today's Laging Handa briefing, Brigadier General Leo Francisco advised the public to avoid traveling for non-essential purposes. Francisco said they may go out for allowed activities, but that as much as possible to stay only within their own localities. His remarks came after around 65 people flocked to the Manila Bay Dolomite Beach over the weekend.
Nakikiusap na kung wala naman po tayong maalaga at hindi naman essential services o travel yung ating pupuntahan at exercise lang, pwede naman pong wag na lang dito sa Manila at doon na lang po tayo sa kung saan tayo nakatira dahil ang sentro po ngayon ng puntahan kung hindi sa Luneta, Quiapo, Divisoria, ito ngayon po ang Dolomite Beach.
And the Health Department has reported 4,400 new COVID-19 cases on Monday. 57,700 of the 2.76 million total caseload are still active. The DOH said 21 duplicates were removed from the total case count, 14 of which were recoveries. 149 people died of the virus in the last 24 hours, pushing the death toll to 41,900. According to the DOH, 118 cases that were previously tagged as recoveries have been reclassified as deaths after validation. Total recoveries are now at 2.66 million after 7,500 new survivors overnight. 9% of the 47,700 tests that were included in today's bulletin yielded positive results. And Carlos Yulo continues to bring honor to the Philippines after winning 2 medals at the World Gymnastics Championships. Lynn Olivario with the story.
Carlos Yulo was first to perform among 8 finalists in the men's vault event of the 50th FIG Artistic Gymnastics World Championships in Kitakyushu, Japan yesterday. The 21-year-old Filipino gymnast had a stellar start with his Kasamatsu double full for his first vault.
Beautiful. His technique on vaulting is second to none.
This garnered a score of 14.8, 5.6 in difficulty, and 9.2 in execution. In the second vault, Kaloy earned even more praises from the commentators and fans.
Oh, now that is just poetry. Pretty as a picture from Carlos Yulo. A lovely vault, and that is going to surely be well rewarded by the execution judges.
His score, a booming 15.033 from 5.6 in difficulty and 9.433 in execution. The other finalists failed to get past his average score of 14.916, which was even higher than his qualifying round score of 14.808, where he placed third. The result?
Carlos Yulo from Philippines!
Carlos Yulo, the man based in this country.
Sweet redemption in the form of gold in men's vault, making this his second world championship after copying the golden floor exercise of the 2019 edition. However, Kaloy had no time to celebrate as he set out to compete in the parallel bars finals shortly after. Kaloy quickly got the overarch under control and went on to finish a spectacular performance that drew a score of 8.9 in execution and 6.4 in difficulty for a total of 15.3. Kaloy took the silver medal in the parallel bars apparatus. Emotions ran high as his family watched his performance back home in Malate, Manila. His father Mark even went to church to deal with his own jitters. His mom Angelica admitted she couldn't bring herself to watch live and settled for the replays and the awarding ceremony as she felt extremely nervous. While Kaloy's younger sister Eliza couldn't help but shed tears after seeing her kuya sing Lupang Hinirang during the awarding ceremony. The gold medal, it turns out, was Kaloy's birthday gift to his sister who turned 12 yesterday.
I feel blessed. Hindi niya po binake yung promise niya sa akin. Sabi niya po kasi babawi po siya.
His mom admitted that the Olympic setback served as a potent motivation for Kaloy to redeem himself.
Una nga, di ba, nung Olympics, so parang medyo frustrated siya nung nangyari yun, then hanggang kinabukasan.
While his dad also attested to the maturity that the 21-year-old has developed in his journey.
Maganda rin po yung mindset niya kasi hindi na yung proper training niya, hindi na-apektuhan.
Japan's travel restrictions make Kaloy's plans of coming home after seem bleak. But his sacrifices, along with his family's, only serve to fuel his siblings' dreams of following his footsteps even more. For News 5, Lynn Olivario, we are One News.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.